I'm so excited because today we're going to be unboxing this cactus I ordered from Thirdeyeforest. Once he posted this one for sale, I wanted a beautiful blue Trichocereus. I was looking at blue sharks hybrid. I didn't see any that caught my eye, but this one, Bart, Trichocereus Bart, absolutely stunning. I fell in love with it, so we're gonna unbox it right now. Welcome to another video here at If Flowers Could Talk. Now I'm indoors. We've been getting some heavy rainstorms every day out here in South Florida, so we're gonna be doing this in two parts. I'm gonna open up this box that we just got in yesterday, and once we get some sunshine, we're gonna pot it up. I'm gonna make the soil fresh, show you guys how I do it. Now, this is a special Trichocereus. Thirdeyeforest specializes in Trichocereus hybrids, so I'm excited to unbox this. Let's do it. So I ordered one Trichocereus pup, and that is Trichocereus Bart. And I actually see another cutting in here, so there's two Trichocereus. I only ordered and paid for one, so I'm guessing he gave me one as a present. So I'm really excited. So this is Sal's Blue, and I didn't order this. I only paid and ordered for one pup right here, so I'm gonna open up that one first. I guess this one right here was a gift, so we'll put that on the side. Now this is my first time ordering from this exact breeder. Oh yeah, let me take this out. Now he did post this on Instagram, and that's when I saw it. Then he showed me a couple of others he had, but this was the one that caught my eye. So I just spoke to him, and the rest is history. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I had ordered, and these ribs are pretty big, so I can get away with holding it with no gloves. Look at this beautiful Trichocereus, and blue is my favorite color. This one's got a nice turquoise blue to it. Once you get this in the ground and it starts putting on new growth, it's gonna get even bluer. Wow, I'm really liking this one right here. Alright guys, let's take a close look at this beautiful pup. Now a cutting is when they just cut the cactus, and they'll either give you a tip portion or a center portion. Now this is a pup, so this was a growth that came out the side of the cactus like a baby, and it started growing, so they just had to separate that from the base of the cactus. And I think the pups really are nice. Now, without hurting myself, let me try give you guys a good look at this. It's a nice size pup, and look at that beautiful blue color, turquoise blue. So now this is what he calls Sal's Blue. I gotta look that up. I'm not familiar with that exact Trichocereus, but this is a gift, so I wonder what it is. And this is exactly what I was just talking about. This is a cutting. This is a center cut. It's got cuts on both sides. So this was probably the center of the cactus. And this one looks like it also has a slight bluish to it. Once you actually get them in the soil and they put on new growth, they show their true colors. This looks like it has a definite blue to it, not like this guy right here, but that's nice of him. I'm really thankful, and definitely gonna get this one in a pot and see what this turns out to be. All right, so it's finally sunny out. It's not gonna stay like this for too long. It's been raining for like 3 straight days. It rained a lot this morning. We had some really bad clouds, but now the sun came up and it says it's probably not gonna rain for about 3 hours, so we have enough time to make the soil and pot these 2 cuttings. First, we're gonna start off, we're gonna make the soil. I don't have any more left. Now, this is one of my key ingredients right here. This is core. This is coconut core. Now, you could buy it already ground up, but it's a lot more expensive. It comes in a big bag. This is the cheapest route to go. This is a brick. It's compressed. So all you have to do is soak this in some water and it turns to a perfect substrate. We're gonna do that right now. Now, this is the brand that I use, Eco Earth. You could order it on Amazon. This is meant for reptiles. If you're making a natural bioactive enclosure, this is safe for reptiles, so you can get it from the pet store. You could order it on Amazon. You don't have to get a brand for reptiles. This is really cheap if you get it this way, and it's a lot, you could save a lot of space. You can store these bricks for years in a nice Ziploc bag, and whenever you need them, just soak them in water and you got yourself some substrate. Now, the beauty about this one, it's meant for reptiles, so it doesn't have any salt. You gotta check before you order it. Some of them contain salt, so just make sure that it doesn't have salt in it. Now, I'm gonna show exactly how we get this to a substrate, and then we're gonna put the soil together. All right, so we're gonna put this core brick down. Just put it in something that's waterproof, and I'm gonna pour water right on top. I like to start with half of a gallon per brick. About half a gallon per brick. This is gonna absorb it up. And we're gonna leave that like that for about a half an hour, and it should be ready. So it's been 25 minutes. There's no water at all left, so it absorbed everything. It's about 5 times its size. So now I'm just gonna touch it. It's all soft, and if it needs more water, I could add more water. If you feel a lot of hard parts, right there's hard, but usually I could just work this in, and you see the consistency? Just like regular soil, but this is soilless, and this stuff is great. It's a neutral pH, so it's not high or low pH. All right, so that brick made all of this soil, all of this substrate that we're gonna mix with other ingredients, and it is absolutely perfect. Take a look. So now we're gonna mix it up with the other ingredients, and it actually looks like it's about to rain. So let's try and do this real quick. Hopefully we could pot the cactuses today. If not, we'll make the soil now and we'll finish up tomorrow. All right, so I got this. This is what I use to mix up my soil. It's actually like a plastic wheelbarrow. I had this for many years. I got it at Home Depot. No holes in it, so I can mix up my soil. They come in different sizes, so if you want to pre-mix your soil, you could use a regular bucket, but I like to use something that's a little bit more wide that you can get in there. All right, so this is the core brick that we just hydrated. So that's gonna go in there. You could could see that nice consistency. Who would have thought that brick would turn into this? And this is absolutely gold right here. Used in so many types of potting mixes, not just for cactus and succulents, but for so many plants. It's so much better than just peat moss for so many reasons. This stuff doesn't cake up like peat moss. If you don't water peat moss often and it gets really dry, it turns almost solid like a brick, like a cake, and it's really hard to rehydrate it, but this stuff is great. So the majority of this, about 75% is perlite, and then the rest is equal parts core and sand. Now there's a little bit more core than sand, but majority perlite. We need that extra drainage here in South Florida. And remember, I'm in South Florida. You might be in Arizona or Las Vegas. You're gonna need a different ratio. You might need to add different ingredients. There's so many ingredients you could use, but this is simple and it works for me. And then I add some Osmocote. This is the even 14-14-14 blend. I just sprinkle a nice amount on there. I still do fertilize my cactuses from time to time during the growing season, but this is just a little something extra that's in the soil. And if you didn't want to do this, you could just buy cactus soil and either leave it as is, or you could just add some perlite to it to get it a little bit more gritty. Alright, so I got this nice clay pot at Lowe's. I like the look of it. Not too big. I'm just gonna put a rock on the bottom. Put a rock on the bottom and fill it up with soil. And this one is for Trichocereus Bart, that nice pup that I ordered. I'm really in love with that one. I love blue cactuses, and that one just looks amazing. I think that should be good. We'll leave a nice little indentation right there. Alright, so this is Trichocereus Bart, that beautiful pup. And you could see the bottom of it is totally dried up and calloused over. So we're good to pot. Oh, I can't wait to see this guy grow and take off with all that blue growth. Oh. So now I'm gently take a good look at that. Beautiful. Put them right in there like so. And now I'm just going to add a little bit more soil around it. Alright, so I got them in there pretty good, and now I'm going to top dress it with some stones that I just picked up. And you just want to pat that down pretty good so everything is nice and secure. You don't want it to be too loose, and you can see the cactus is pretty sturdy. He's not wobbling around at all. Once those roots start growing in, then things will even be better, but looking really good. That's a beautiful cactus. So I got this big thing of stones at my local nursery for $9.99. Really good. I like this color for the cactuses, so we're just gonna put some of that in there. And this will help give it extra weight to the pot and support for the cactus. Even when this cactus roots in, it's good to have extra weight on here because in South Florida, we got heavy winds, so once this starts growing a little bit taller, the added weight will just keep it from toppling over. All right, so now against that green plant, you can see how blue this cactus really is, and as it grows out here, it might even get bluer. Beautiful, beautiful cactus. All right, so this is Trichocereus Bart. This came out absolutely beautiful. Nice size pot. It has a lot of weight with the rocks, and this one's got a nice powder blue to it, like a turquoise blue, and it looks much better in person. These can get really, really big, so it's gonna be exciting to watch this one grow out here in South Florida all this rain. And these do flower, I believe, a nice white flower, but I didn't really buy this particular cactus for the flower. I just like these blue cactuses that grow really big. So this is my first blue colored Trichocereus, and this is a Peruvian hybrid Bart. Now for Sal's blue, Trichocereus Sal's blue, the one that he gifted me, I got this pot, the same pot, just a little bit smaller. Put the rock in there and fill it up. So now you can see this is the part that he cut, and it's nice and dry, so we're gonna put that right into the soil. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing with this guy as we did with the other Trichocereus, and I'll show you how it comes out. And this is the cactus that I was gifted from Thirdeyeforest. This is Sal's blue Trichocereus, and I didn't know really anything about this cactus. I looked it up online and I read a little bit about it. It's a Peruvianus with Brigacei mix, and these can grow pretty big and really nice and blue. This guy looks like once he actually starts shooting up pups from the side, because the top and bottom is cut. This is a mid cut, so both sides are cut. You're gonna see pups coming out from both sides, and then those are gonna grow up, and I bet those are gonna look really, really nice. This one's a lot slender than the other Trichocereus, and I also was reading that these can get golden looking spines, so this guy was a free gift. I will definitely be showing you in a couple of months, once he starts growing little pups and growing up, what this turns out to look like. I'm really excited, and you know what? It was a free present, so can't beat that. And there are the two together. This one looks a lot more green, but there is little hues of blue in there. And I know once I get him in full sun and he starts growing, I've seen pictures, this one gets pretty blue. This has been a cut that was drying out on a rack, so it might have lost some color as well, but still looking really nice. All right, so we're done potting. The cactuses are inside, relaxing, getting some of that natural sunlight, but they're indoors, so it's coming through the window. You don't want to just put them out in the bright light when repotting, especially they were in a box for a couple of days, so you don't want to shock them. Plus they don't have any roots yet. So after about 4 days, I'll put them out back under the tree where they're getting shade and a little bit of light, and gradually build them up until they could take near full sunlight. Now I'm so excited that I could do these videos, and I'm just blessed to do it. Now I'm gonna go grab some Thai food. I'm hungry. I'm just gonna relax. I got a lot of videos coming up that are gonna be really, really exciting, but I'll leave that as a surprise. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.